found. Cause of you, you sweep me off my feet. My heart stops to beat. Cause you make me melt away. Cause of you, you spin my world around. Cause you're the peace I finally found. Cause of you, you sweep me off my feet. My heart stops to beat. Cause you make me melt away. Gonna make you feel good. Gonna make you feel good. Gonna make you mine. Gonna make you feel good. Gonna make you feel good. Gonna make you mine.
Now we're all set up and it's really good for you to see the vlog. Don't forget, like and subscribe. On the right hand side, your right hand side, in the bottom corner of the actual screen, you've actually got a subscribe button. And don't forget to comment below going throughout the video. What am I going to be doing today? Well, as part of my campaign for the rest of this year, I'm going to be fishing with particle or over particle, which is there. Now this is actually the multi-mix, so it's got a plethora of different particles in there. It's got maize, it's got black-eyed peas, it's maple peas to you or me. It's got everything. It's got loads of stuff. Let's have a look at it. That's a Mancunian thing, isn't it? Look at it. Let's have a look at it. It smells great, that. There you go. It's lovely. It's full of texture. It gives a nice carpet feed on the bottom of the lake. Now it will be cleared out by other species as well. I really don't mind that, because what I'm going to be doing with that as well, a bit yucky on the hands, look at that. I'm going to be fishing with two different things, either a crab dumbbell, which is there. That's a crab dumbbell, which is there. As you can see, little crab dumbbell, nice and small with a small hook as well. Going to be fishing that over a helicopter rig. I love a helicopter rig. Or high-vis pop-ups. Crab again on this one. We've got white, yellow and pink. There we go. I'm going to put a scatter in of crab baits. Now these are amino crab baits, packed with amino acids. It's a nice brown bait there. These are 16 mils. These are 16 millimeters. That's what I'm going to be fishing with them over, as you can see. They proper stink. Absolutely proper stink. Now I'm going to fish it really tight with two rods as well. So I'm going to put a rod at each side of the feed. I'm going to be feeding roughly within a 3 foot space. Yeah, a 3 foot space. And because I can't find anywhere that's clear, any gravel spots, it's quite choddy, silty on the bottom. I'm going to be fishing with quite a long pop-up and quite a long, about 3 inches off the bottom, just to pull it up out of the debris a little bit. And when the carp and the other fish get into that silt and start looking for the food, hopefully they'll clear an area out and make it a lot more visual for the carp to find bait. And I'm only doing 24 hours, so over 24 hours hopefully the fish will clear the area to a harder place underneath. Now chod and silt is just basically like a muddy puddle. The whole part of the lake is like a muddy puddle, but when fish clear the area out, they get to the hardest surface of the lake. That's what I want to achieve. So I may pick a fish up in the next few hours, I may not, but if the fish do move in there, then hopefully I'll pick something up and then they'll clear the area out while I'm feeding on the carpet of bait. That's why I like to fish with particles. It just helps clear the area. That's my opinion anyway. Right, I'll carry on with the rest of the vlog and clean my hands and get some of this munga out towards the centre of the lake and try and catch something, hopefully. It's nice though, it's nice to be out. Now, if the boilie approach does not work, then the other thing you can try doing is this. I can get some soaked large tiger nuts on. Just amongst the actual free offerings I've got particle down there. I love particle fishing. It is one of the main things I do, to be perfectly honest. And I've also got in soaking here as well some large grains of maize as well. That's always a kicker. That's a brilliant one to do. It just gives you that option. You know, if the boilies aren't working and you feel they're not going to work, all you can do is put the kettle on, which I'm doing now, have a brew, chill out, think again, and then put on some tiger nuts or some maize. Lee Jackson, many years ago, don't know Lee at all, he caught one of the biggest carp in Conisbrook off a single grain of maize. So maize is a good attractor, a good bait, you know, something nice and simple. Don't have loads of smell, but they know, the carp know it's worth having a look at. So what we're going to do is just sit back, relax, now the rods are out, and just have a bit of R&R, just to enjoy ourselves. That's the most important thing. Don't forget, comment below and let me know whether you use particle in your fishing as well. I really want to know. Or are you just a boilie angler? It's really good to see you again, and I really appreciate you watching the video. Now, I'm just going to chill out and watch the sunset and try and catch a fish. It's looking beautiful. It's quite humid tonight, so I also kind of imagine there's going to be a thunderstorm at some point in the night. I really do. I love thunderstorms, to be honest. Last time I came out, atrocious, really wet, really wet. First thing in the morning, not a touch through the night. Plenty of activity. I'm going to keep one rod on the bottom, and later on I'm going to actually do something which I used to do many years ago. This is before they called it zigs. I'm going to fish a floated crust just underneath the surface, very hard bread, just underneath the surface, because I've got a feeling the fish are going to start going up in the layers, in the warmer water. It's very cool, relaxing. You can hear all the birds all chirping, getting ready for the day ahead. This is the time of day I love. You can't experience morning sat in your bed at home on a Saturday morning, with nature just starting the day off like this. This is the start of the day. This is what it really is about. Birds, wildlife, and the day in essence completely starting. I love it, absolutely love it. Right, currently 8:30. I'm going to change things around a little bit. Now, there's different ways to do PVA bags, and the most common way of doing them is by putting a little wafter in, a short hook link. This is a coated braid. Make sure it's flexible at the tip there, so when it sits on the bottom it wafts around. But this is going to waft just in there, and a little red clip. Put a tail rubber on. Don't put the tail rubber on completely on. And I've got a little square bomb. Now, I'm changing to this on the bottom because I've had a few knocks, but I just want to make sure I've got bait around the area. Okay, I'm just going to fill this up with bait now. So inside this container I've got ground boilie, yep, micro pellet. I'm going to do another little tip with it as well in a minute. Poor old bivvy top is getting caked in this. Now the reason for the ground pellet is, that will come evident in a minute, because what I'm going to do, now some guys might be doing PVA bags all the time and might be fishing every single day of the week, but most people who watch these videos, to be perfectly honest, I watch videos on YouTube, got 2 bags on there, haven't done fishing or haven't been fishing for very long, and they haven't got a clue about what's going on. Now what I'm doing now is I'm just compacting everything into a round ball, which is now split the bag. It's not the end of the world. I'll just start again. Now these bags I've just been working with now, there, are cheap bags from China. Now you can tell they're cheap, they're very flimsy and not good quality, and the minute you try and compress them they just split. So some companies do PVA bags which come in sealed containers to keep everything compact. So if your tackle does get wet, it's in a sealed container. Now the quality of these bags are a lot better, a lot thicker. I'll just open that up. Now also on these bags, they've got little perforations in them as well. Say if you're going around and stopping the air, you need perforations in to allow the bait to compact and air to escape so you can get it nice and compact. So let's start again. Put that back in again. Okay. Come this side and fill it back up again. A little bait scoop. You'll find this is easy with a bait scoop. First lot in. Second lot in. Push it down a little bit. Third lot in. And the little wafter I've got in there, little barrel wafter, that's one of my own wafters. It's a test bait. It's a liver wafter. Put those little broken boilers in there. Now what we're going to do again now, compact it. There you go. And take up the excess. So you end up with this really tight drum sausage. PVA tape. And just tie off the top. No fingers and thumbs at this stage. Just tie off the top. First thing in the morning, I'm terrible. I'm not very dexterous. Now what happens is when I'm getting change out of my pockets at the supermarket, I'm the guy at the front of the queue. When I come to get the 2s and 1s out the my pocket change, I struggle. What you get there now is a nice drum. The weight's at the bottom of the bag for a reason. So that's where the primary weight is, the same as a missile's launched. All the weight needs to be at the tip. Fold that over, fold it back on itself. Same again. Compress it again at the bottom. Got a little boiler there, bit of croak boiler. There. Now as you look at the bottom, you've got the weight and you've got the wafter. We can see the wafter and we can see the hook there. It's not got any particles around the tip of the hook, so that's fine. That will hit the water and open. Now there's another little tip for you. Let me find what I'm looking for. Get yourself a little syringe. This is a small one. Alright, this goes to 5 millilitres. Put some juice, some fluid. This is maple, sweet maple. And at the top, inject some sweet maple into PVA bag. Yeah. Don't leave that hanging around at the side because you'll get some people think guys are junky. And if they don't use little things like that, they'll wonder why you've got that in your tackle. People start to talk. That's maple syrup. So that maple syrup now is going to enter the top layer of the pellet and it's going to soak through. I'm going to leave that to soak in for a couple of minutes, then I'm going to cast it out. And there at the back I've got a leader, lead core leader, just there. Some waters won't permit lead core leaders, so you can use anything you want, thicker line like tubing. Rig tubing is quite a good way of doing it, but I use a lead core through there. So I'll have the front, I'll have the wafter, liver wafter, I'll have the compact multi-mixer pellet. You can even put corn or anything in there as well, a few bits of corn, and chop boilie and crumb in there, and that's going to be cast out. That's going to go over the area which is going to be topped up again by multi-mix. Hopefully that picks something up. That's what I'm going to do with that. If you watch my videos a lot, you'll know I use a lot of pellet, small micro pellets. I use PVA bags. So that's what I do. I do that a lot. My fishing is reverting back to my own baits again for a simple reason, as I've got trust in them. I understand them. When I've tried using a lot of shot bought stuff, it's fine, but it's geared towards providing shops and making money. If you've got staff working for you and you've got all these different things going on, something's got to give, and it's going to be the quality of the bait. So if you sell, some companies don't sell directly to shops, they sell directly to customers. It gives them a little bit more leeway, a little bit of rub way to actually put more ingredients into the bait. Hence why if you get cheap bait, you get cheap ingredients. It's that simple. You know, if you want to shop in McDonald's for your family meal, you go there. I like to wine and dine in a nice restaurant. All day, very few ducks have been on the water surface and no flat spots. This is doing me nothing. It really is doing me nothing. What do you do? There's been no carp on the top at all day. Now you think with the sun being out and it being as glorious as this, that the fish would be cruising in the upper layers and the zigs would work, but I put soup out now, nothing. Not a dicky bow. Desperating times. So what I've chose to do now for the last 2 hours, and hopefully to catch a fish, is just to stick over those baited spots on the bottom with a little Ronnie rig, spinner rig, and just put PVA bags right on them spots. And I've topped it up again with some more spod mix, and hopefully I'll get something. It's not the end of the world. I've got plenty of time this summer to go fishing. I'm going to France in 4 weeks' time, so hopefully I'll catch something in there decent. I'm even going for some catfish, some big catfish, so hopefully I'll get some there. Just got a time lapse on the go. I'm trying to keep myself busy. And we're filming these vlogs and fishing. I absolutely have zero time to sit down and relax, because you got to do B-reel, you got to film everything, put everything together. I enjoy that. It's part of my fishing now. It's a big part of my fishing, and I cannot go fishing without doing that anymore, because I enjoy it that much. And then when I get home, I'm fishing again, because I'm editing what I've been doing the last 24 hours when I get home, so I get an extra 4 or 5 hours of fishing effectively. Now, I had a fish out of this peg just here about a month ago. That's a nice common, which was over £20. Didn't weigh it. And that's another thing I do now. I don't actually weigh my fish anymore. I've got no interest in weighing fish now, unless it's something super duper big. I enjoy looking at the fish now and looking at the beauty of it, whether it's big or small. And one of the key things with fishing is, it's just as hard to catch a small fish as getting a big fish. Catching a big fish has no relevance whatsoever to your angling skills. I know a guy who's hardly been fishing on Pendleview, had a 40, and he had about 40 yards of line, and he put the rod out and he caught a fish. He caught a fish which was massive, but there's a lot of element of fluke in fishing. So no matter what size you've caught, it means nothing, because it's just as hard to catch a 10-pound fish as it is to catch a 40-pound fish when the conditions are tough. And don't let anybody tell you any different. Now and again, if you spend time in the water, you will catch a big fish, because big fish eat a lot of food. Put the bait down, you'll catch them. It's that simple. It's not like a Julie and Clary sketch where they go, "Oh, I'm so full, I've just had an olive." No, big carp, a big carp, because they eat a lot. It's that simple. And genetically big as well. Well, I'm sorry I've not got a fish so far. That's fishing. Right, if I don't catch a fish, it's the end of the vlog, because I'm going to do a bit of relaxing now. And I'll bid you farewell.
You're the peace I finally found. Cause of you, you sweep me off my feet. My heart stops to beat. Cause you make me melt away. Cause of you, you spin my world around. Cause you're the peace I finally found. Cause of you, you sweep me off my feet. My heart stops to beat. Cause you make me melt